Hi, I'm Diggin. Welcome to DTV. And the video of the day is about Harry. It's about the prince. I'm not going to say he's long lost because he's not. But I am going to say, it's easy to get on oh my goodness, this person irritates me. And, it could be because, they're always there. They're always appearing somewhere. And whether it be podcast, whether it would be, well, they're infamous. How about if I put it this way? Now, the reason I'm going to talk about Harry, and I've made a video here and there, just touched lightly on the subject of Harry, because I really feel that, I don't get me wrong, okay, I don't mean to make anybody upset, I don't mean to make anybody mad. There are times where I definitely shook my head, but I always relate it to myself and the relationship I have with my children. In particular, a son. And Harry's situation really reminds me a great deal of my son's situation. And when I look at my feelings, and I compare my feelings with Prince Charles' feelings, and anybody out there, anybody, particularly in the UK, when you have such a falling out with a child, and they are spitting out this and they're spitting out that, and they're making accusations, whether they know what they're talking about or not, that child is going to verbally throw things at you or say things to get a reaction such as, oh, I feel hurt, you don't want to acknowledge it, I'm going to hurt you. Now, unfortunate, okay, the fault really lies in not knowing enough of a particular situation. And what I'm talking about is, even though he grew into a man, there was still that attached to him, that if he bloopered, or is it blooper, if he bloopered, it's been said a gazillion times here, the monarchy would clean that up. The cleaners would come in, and if it was really, really bad, he would have to apologize, or otherwise the cleanup crew dealt with it, and the Queen dealt with it. I mean, I don't know the politics of it all, but I'm going to say that he would not have had the same experiences. And going into the military for a certain amount of time, that's still not the same as being out there in the world, functioning in a relationship, and all of a sudden having to be accountable of everything, including the air that you breathe, your mortgage, your gas, your electricity, your staff, taxes, what needs to be done on the property, nannies to look after your children if you have them, or my son would have them, as Harry would have them. You being a parent, i.e. whether it be a father or it would be a mother, if there is an opportunity, any type of opportunity, to heal that relationship between you and the fruits of your loin, because your children are made up of you, if there is that possibility to heal it, to heal the pain and to unravel the confusion and lay it out so your son, your child, understands it, is able to see it, what it's going to cost, well, that changes the game. All of a sudden, there's an understanding of, oh wow, this is how my parents did it. I had one of my children phone me one day, one of my sons, and say, I don't know how you did it. You made it look so easy. I said, what did I make look easy? Running the household, meeting everybody's needs. Because me and my wife are sitting here going, what do we do? Do we pay this bill or do we buy groceries for the kids? How did you do it? That's when you have that understanding that they are growing into the person that you yourself took the time to love, to raise, to nurture, to instill morals, principles, values. Now, yes, if you're dealing with a little bit of a hothead, they are going to run first and bang into a wall, but they've learned, okay, wait a second, if I'm running, I go only so far, and then I better regroup and maintain my balance, because last time I ran and hit my head. Last time there was a wall. So while Harry is in his marriage, and I truly believe with all of my heart that this issue pertaining to Harry going back to the UK, concerning the Queen, concerning the Jubilee, concerning wanting his children to interact with their cousins and grow up this way, I believe that's true. I believe with all of my heart two things I saw. When his grandfather really did pass away, it was like a kick to his junk. Ow. And what made it worse, there was a thought that was planted that it was all a show, in attempt to silence the couple, Harry and Meghan. I believe, and this is what I see, Harry loves the Queen. Yes, he's been immature. Yes, he's been a hothead. Absolutely. But he's also been out there for 2 years. And he's going, holy, I never imagined it. And all the criticism that came along with it. Including dad, not dad. Are you a good dad? Are you a bad dad? Are you a good son? Or are you not a good son? The Queen raising Harry and William is like she is their mother. Grandma and Papa also were mother and father, including his dad. And his dad was also a child like himself when it comes to his mother, the Queen, and his father, Philip. Is it necessary to crucify your kid when they've made a horrible mistake? Is it justified not extending that branch or not making it clear, hey, look, if you ever need me, really, truly need me, I'll be here for you. I just don't want you to call me up and go, hey, you got any coin? I want more than that, because now I'm feeling like, I'm a bank of sorts. So when I look at this Harry situation, and like I said, there was two things. One, in that interview with Oprah, when Meghan was, caught her wind and she was rolling with it. And they were talking about, quote, quote, this, who did say or ask I wonder what the baby looks like. What do you think the baby's going to look like? Right? I would ask, not for any other reason than, oh my God, this is a cute little baby. And, my son's having it with his wife, so I am going to wonder. It's natural to wonder. It's human to wonder. While they were on that subject, and perverted that subject, if you look at that video again, you can see that Harry was exasperated. He corrected Meghan and said, no, it happened only once. And it was at the very beginning, not anywhere in that relationship outside of the very beginning of. They were dating. So, that pregnancy didn't even happen by then. So it's got nothing to do with slamming. So if we are to look at the whole scenario, it is going to be a little tougher, with your daughter-in-law or granddaughter-in-law. I totally agree with the way that the Queen handles it, and that is by choosing her words carefully and timely, and saying what is limited, but to the point, so whoever she's conversing with gets it. But I don't see her creating this big, hey, now you can take a look. Now you can take a look. I am Queen. This is my strength. I chastised him, and now we're done with it. Can't be like that. It just can't. It's not right. So there's a lot that you have to consider. And there's a lot that you need to allow. And that is allowing Harry to make his mistakes. Allowing Harry to humble. Allowing him to feel the pain that he is creating. Nobody, he's a Virgo. So there's nobody that does need to set the example outside of his father and his brother. He fell head over heels in love. And they get it. They get it all about love. And they also get being chastised. What good did it do? What good did it do the monarchy? What good did it do the public? So, I'm going to say, relating to Harry, and this is public here, allow him and be happy that he is being put in these situations, because they're all learning lessons. He's never been out. He moved out even though he's on his own, and he was, in amongst his family. He had his own quarters, his own apartment, but he's never been out on his own experiencing what you and I would experience. And that is, how do I put the food on the table, pay the bills, and keep the roof up? Is it a reason to hate on Harry? No. Is it a reason to say, you don't come back to the UK? People, he is the Prince of England. Now, it sucks the way that everybody has translated the spare. Now, if I remember, the spare was extremely important. Important. Because if something, heavens forbid, knock on wood, should happen to William, something unforeseen, Harry would be the one to kick in. So if something happens to Harry, who steps in? Yes, William has his children, absolutely, but they are young. And it would be that uncle and granddad would be rearing them and teaching them. So where is it that the spare is just a nobody? You know, a spare, England can do without a spare. I don't think so. I really don't think so. The public should make an example. It doesn't matter. You need to take all the facts without the you feel, I feel, all the facts, laying it out. And don't go, you know what, he's a spoiled brat, he's belligerent, he's this, he's that. It's not going to do England any good, your monarch any good, Harry any good. It's just not going to happen. And do I believe that his fear is real? Yes, absolutely. I think there has really been a huge reality check. Also, I don't think it's just a rumor that he is going to his wife. Holy Mother of God, you are going through water. Money like water. I can't keep up. Because that's what she's doing. $5,000 blouses. I mean, whatever happened to the $24.99 or $29.99 beautiful blouse? What happened to that? And looking fine. What happened to being frugal? I do believe that him putting his best foot forward is feeling the heat. You know, why would she be spending money like that? Everyone's saying so people think she's rich, so people... No, there is an underlining issue as to why she would spend that kind of money. Not like $500, $300, $200. Now, I've seen in videos Catherine DeWitt. She had a lovely dress on. It was like $69. It was beautiful. Beautiful. She's frugal. Now, this is just for being around, going shopping, so on and so forth. And when she has work to do, then she opens up her closet, and nothing is old. Remember that. Nothing is old. My best pieces are over 30 years old. Style always comes back around. Always. It will never die out. So I want to say, I am Team Harry. I do think that, every once in a while he deserves a good kick in the butt and a straightening out. And I believe, again, with all of my heart, how he was met by his family at the funeral of his grandfather. It was nothing he ever experienced. This is truly a time that the prince has experienced a life with absolutely no family at all. He was horrified. He was mortified, thinking, my dad is 70 some odd. The chief is 95. And what is his purpose in hanging on to that struggle in the U.S. when he could be doing it at home or find a place around Buckingham Palace? It's a huge difference. The first time ever, it was like darkness. He felt like darkness. He does have a plan to move back home. Whether he's made it public or not, I can't say. I can't. But I would say to Meghan, hey, listen, the same way your husband bends over backwards to please you, to make you feel happy, to protect you, girlfriend, if your husband is freaking out because it's not like you're working, it's not like this is your money, he's the one bringing it in, and you spend it as quickly as he brings it in. So, hate to break it to you, I really do. He wants to move back home. Well, then, you're either a woman or you're a child. And if you're a child, you need to be treated as a child because you will think like a child. If you're a woman, face up. Face up. If it's humiliation, it's only going to better you as a human being. I would not pay attention to that. I wouldn't. And if it came right down to it, what's wrong with saying to the people of the UK, of England, what's wrong with saying, my bad? I've made mistakes. And they suck. They really sucked. And some were huge. So please, I am going to say, I'm sorry. I am going to say, I'm sorry if I've hurt you. I'm sorry if I have hurt the country. And lastly, I appreciated my wedding. Because all of that didn't need to happen. That spectacle was, as you would put it, was created out of love. So on this note, think about it. All right? Think about the relationship. The brothers need to heal. Sister-in-law, the sister he never had, that relationship needs to heal. His father, the relationship with him needs to heal. And Harry needs to make his family feel certain. Take the time to re-earn the trust after your FUBAR. Okay. Like, sure, you know how it goes. Give me one of these, don't give me one of these. And, we'll see ya. I guess I never gave you my name. My bad. I'm Dickon. And this has been The Vibe.